broke at the worst possible time. He got broke when there was a famine in the land. And no man gave anything to him, which means he asked, but nobody gave to him. The people he gave to, the people he shared the good times with, he couldn't even find them to ask them. Life was teaching him that you need to think more than about just now. You got to think more about what makes you feel good now. You need to think about the future and think about others. Now, the fact that the Father listened to the Son is a key in this episode. The Son never forgot, though he didn't pay any attention to it. He never forgot that his Father took time to listen to him. So when life turned against him and he was out there with nothing, one man was kind enough to hire him to do a job that was beneath him as a Jewish boy. Jews have no dealings with swine. But the man sent him out to feed the pigs. Of all the things he could have had the boy do, he sent him out to feed the pig. You see God working in this? And the boy was so hungry that he wanted and felt like eating the same slop that the pigs were eating. Life is teaching him that it's best to take care of what God has given you rather than trying to just satisfy yourself for now. And when he got so low, he remembered that his Father listened to him, which means that the Father cared for him, that the Father had enough love for him to stop what he was doing and listen to his foolishness. And when he realized that his dad had listened to him, he began to think, well, my dad is not such a bad guy after all. Maybe I made a serious mistake in leaving my daddy's house when I did. These things were going through his mind as he was coming to himself. When he was recalling the lessons that his dad had tried to teach him, and he was bringing forth some of the material his dad had poured into him that he did not appreciate when he was doing, but it was there. Then he said, I'm starving to death. And people who work for my dad, they have more than enough. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to swallow my pride. I'm going to face myself and what I have done. See, sometimes we try to make excuses for ourselves, as Adam did, by blaming somebody else. In order to receive the blessings of God, we have to acknowledge our sin ourselves. We got to recognize our wrong. Now that's a big problem for so many of us. We are good at pointing out you're wrong. We can find it and point it out. But we are poor at recognizing and accepting our own faults. And that's the reason many are not going to be saved. Because in order to be saved, you got to acknowledge that you are a sinner. That there is nothing good in you. So you can stand. And because I believe my Father will hear me again, I'm going to go back to my Father. Now when I go back, I'm not going to be making a lot of excuses. I'm going to tell him, Father, I have messed up. So he made up his mind he was going to go back. Remember, his father was waiting and watching for him to return, praying that he would survive the lessons that life would teach him. He had faith that God would send his son back home alive. Him to return.